This video is about how to use a spreadsheet template to create a budget. I'm Simon, a certified financial coach, and I'm going to walk you through the details on how to create a budget based on the 50-30-20 rule. I covered this budgeting approach in my previous video, Budgeting with 50-30-20 Rule in 5 Steps, and it is complementary to this video. The content for this video includes overview of the budgeting template, dive into each of the 5 steps to creating a budget, additional comments on spreadsheet usage, and how to access and download the template. So let's begin. Once you open the budget template, you'll see a sheet with 5 main sections. The top section has instructions to the 5 steps needed to create a budget. The summary section gets updated once you provide input to the other 3 sections. These sections are income, expenses, and savings. Step 1 in the instructions tells us to provide input to the income section, column B. Ben's salary is $10,000 a month. Ben is receiving $1,500 a month bonus. Bonus is paid annually, but the monthly amount is prorated. Ben does not get any commission. He is receiving company stock equivalent to $500 a month. He doesn't have any other income. And the total amount of taxes deducted from his paycheck, plus some additional estimated amount, is totaling to $3,800. These taxes include federal, state, Medicare, and Social Security. And in row 21, the calculated after-tax income comes out to $8,200. And with this, we complete the input to the income section. Step 2 in the instructions tells us to provide input to the expenses section, columns B, C, and D. Starting with the housing section, Ben is renting an apartment. The rent is fixed expense. It is a need, and it totals to $1,900 a month. Ben is also paying for renter's insurance. It is a fixed expense. It is a need, and the amount is $25 a month. These are the only 2 expenses Ben has for the housing category, for a total of $1,925 a month. Now, the same way, we're going to provide inputs to the expenses in other categories. I took the time to populate these inputs based on Ben's expenses, and we will walk through them now. In the utilities category, Ben has expenses for gas, electric, water and trash, internet, and cleaning. Note that cleaning is a want and all the other expenses are needs. The total for the utility expenses is $405 a month. In the transportation category, Ben has expenses for car lease, fuel, auto insurance, registration, parking, and car repairs. All expenses are needs, and they add up to $680 a month. In the food category, there are only 2 line items, groceries and meals. Groceries are needs. Meals include takeouts, dining out, and our wants. The total for food expenses add up to $1,350 a month. The household category are supplies for kitchen, bathrooms, and laundry and others, office expenses, and mobile phone service. The total household expenses add up to $130 a month. The medical category includes medical insurance, dental insurance, medical services. These are all out-of-pocket expenses for medical services, vision services and products, and medications. The total for medical expenses add up to $195 a month. The life insurance category is a want and totals to $55 a month. The dependents category includes any dependents for Ben. Ben owns and cares for a dog. He does not have any children. Total dependent care expenses for the dog come out $80 a month. The personal care category includes clothing, beauty services and products, online subscriptions, gym, entertainment, hobbies, gifts, and travel. Some expenses are needs, some other expenses are wants. They all total, in Ben's case, $820 a month. The last category are debts. Ben does not have any debts to pay off. In row 76, the calculated expenses total for $54.60 per month, and with this, we complete the input to the expense section. Step 3 in the instructions tells us to provide input to the savings section, columns B, C, and D. Ben contributes to 401k retirement at a fixed amount of $1,200. Ben saves the entire amount of stock that he receives from his employer at $500 a month. He contributes to an emergency fund, $150. He also puts money aside for vacation travel, $150 a month. In row 86, the calculated savings total to $2,000 per month. And with this, we complete the input to the savings section. Step 4 in the instructions tells us to review the summary section for needs, wants, and savings percentages. To do that, we're going to scroll up to the summary section. The summary section pulls and adds up all the needs, wants, and savings. Ben's summed up percentage of needs, wants, and savings is at 93% of income. This is a great under budget outcome, resulting into $506 surplus, available to be spent on something else, such as wants or savings. Ben's needs are at 50%, wants at 19%, and savings at 24%. This is in line with the 50-30-20 rule guidance. And with this, we complete the step 4 in budget creation. Step 5 in the instructions tells us to revise expenses and savings if the summary numbers are below or above the budget. To get to 100% budget, Ben can decide to use the $560 of the surplus for wants or savings. He decides to use $300 for emergency fund and $260 for vacation travel. We scroll down to the appropriate line items and update emergency fund with additional $300 and vacation travel with additional $260. And going back to the summary section, we now observe that the budget is 100% and the surplus is 0. Needs remaining at 50%, wants remaining at 19%, and savings growing up to 31%. Now, alternatively, if the summary with the initial result comes out to over 100%, meaning over budget, then would have to lower expenses, starting with the wants. And if that would be not sufficient to bring the total sum to 100%, he would need to lower the savings until the sum goes down to 100%. The beauty of this spreadsheet is that it enables you to do a what-if analysis of various expenses and savings line items and strategies and seeing how it affects the summary of the budget in order to get to the one that is desirable and acceptable. With this step 5, we complete the final step in the budget creation. Here are a few additional comments regarding spreadsheet usage.
If any of the rows don't represent your income or expense item, you can modify the description or add any individual rows as needed. The spreadsheet is pre-populated with the most common expense line items. However, you can add or edit any of them based on your own situation. Some of the needs and wants are subjective in classification, and you can decide which expense is what based on your own circumstances. You can download the spreadsheet from the description area below the video. The spreadsheet and the approach outlined in this video is applicable to everyone. Your situation may be different than Ben's in income, family status, dependents, needs or wants, expenses. However, the approach remains the same for creating a budget that enables you to achieve your financial goals. Feel free to drop a question in the comment section and I will respond promptly. If you find this video session valuable, please like it and subscribe. Thank you for watching.